Okay, so get ready, because today we are diving deep into something seriously wild.
Oh, I love when it gets wild.
It's going to get wild, trust me.
Lay it on me.
Hmm. All right, picture this, escaped monkeys.
Escaped monkeys. Okay, I'm intrigued.
We're talking a real-life monkey business situation that went down in Yemassee, South Carolina.
Yemassee. All right, I've heard of that place.
Oh, you have?
I think so.
Well, picture it. This peaceful little town suddenly overrun with a whole troop of mischievous macaques.
Oh, that's like a movie, like a summer blockbuster or something.
Right,
Yeah.
like straight out of Hollywood.
Definitely a story that would grab your attention.
It does, it does.
And it actually gets even more interesting when you learn that these weren't just any monkeys, you know?
Oh, what do you mean?
These were escapees from a research facility owned by a company called Alpha Genesis,
Alpha Genesis.
a big name in, you guessed it, primate research.
Okay, wait, hold up a sec. 43 monkeys just, like, broke out?
43, yeah.
Like, what happened?
What happened?
Did someone forget to, like, I don't know, lock the banana-shaped lock on the cage?
Not quite, although someone's probably definitely wishing they double-check that lock right now.
Yeah, I bet.
It seems like it was just a classic case of monkey see, monkey do, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
One of them, one curious macaque, figures out how to slip through this, like, unsecured door,
Huh?
and then, boom, suddenly you have a whole troop following the leader straight into suburbia.
So you're telling me these monkeys pulled off, like, a prison break? Like, better than El Chapo?
It's pretty impressive, right?
That's impressive. I bet the people living in Yemassee were in for, like, a wild surprise that morning.
Yeah, probably not the kind of wake-up call you want.
Can you imagine just opening your window and there's, like, a monkey just chilling on your porch, sipping your iced coffee?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've read in the police reports, the residents weren't exactly thrilled about their new furry neighbors.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, there were like warnings issued, search parties going out looking for them, even attempts to like lure them back with food.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm imagining it was pretty chaotic.
Yeah, like straight out of Jumanji, but with less Robin Williams.
Yeah, probably not as much fun in real life.
Definitely not.
So while we're picturing all these police officers chasing monkeys through the trees, let's talk about this Alpha Genesis company.
Okay.
What are they doing with all these primates?
Yeah, that's the deal.
Well, Alpha Genesis is like a major player in this whole world of primate-based biomedical research.
Okay.
They supply primates to labs all around the world. They conduct their own research, and then they offer a bunch of other services too, like diagnostics and bioproduct development.
So they're like the Amazon of monkey research.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like a one-stop shop for all your primate needs.
Pretty much, and you can see why a company like this might attract some attention.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're involved in almost every stage of primate research, which brings us to some potentially thorny ethical questions.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. I mean, 43 monkeys escaping is definitely going to raise some eyebrows, especially when you consider, like, the whole animal rights debate around using primates in research.
Absolutely. This incident throws a huge spotlight on an industry that often operates kind of behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It forces us to think about, like, the complexities of scientific progress and the ethical considerations that go along with it.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a lot to unpack.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it is a lot. It's
Yeah.
a tough conversation to have, but an important one, especially when you think about, you know, the potential benefits,
Right.
but then also like the undeniable costs.
Right, for sure. It's not about taking sides or anything. It's more about just acknowledging that there are, like, real dilemmas here.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of dilemmas, did they ever, like, catch those monkeys?
Yeah.
Did they round them all up and get them back to Alpha Genesis?
You know, that's actually kind of funny.
What?
The articles that we have mostly just focus on the initial escape and then the immediate aftermath.
There's not that much info on what actually happened after the monkey chase, you know?
Wait, are you serious? So they just leave us hanging?
Pretty much.
No dramatic rescue mission or heartwarming reunion? No triumphant return of the macaques? Come on.
Looks like the news cycle moved on before anyone could really confirm the fate of our furry fugitives.
Okay, that's kind of frustrating, but also, like, kind of amazing.
What do you mean?
I mean, somewhere out there, there could be this whole troop of monkeys just living their best lives, swinging through trees, raiding picnic baskets.
Yeah.
Maybe even starting their own little monkey society in the South Carolina wilderness.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Rhesus macaques aren't exactly native to South Carolina.
True.
So, I mean, it's not exactly a monkey paradise out there for them.
Yeah.
They're probably facing some challenges adapting to the local, plants and animals.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. But hey, maybe they're resourceful, right? Maybe they've teamed up with the local squirrels.
Or learn to, I don't know, barter with raccoons for snacks.
I like the way you think.
I'm picturing a whole underground monkey network, thriving in the shadows.
I admire your optimism.
Yeah.
But jokes aside, the lack of closure on this story is actually pretty interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, it kind of mirrors the bigger ethical questions surrounding primate research, you know?
what do you mean?
Well, we often focus on the immediate drama, the breakthroughs, the
Mhm.
controversies, but we don't always get to see the long-term consequences,
Yeah.
the ripple effects of our choices.
That's deep.
It
Are you
is.
saying these missing monkeys are like a metaphor for the whole ethical debate?
In a way, yeah, they represent the unknowns, the unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Just like we don't know for sure what happened to those monkeys.
Right.
We don't always fully grasp the impact of our actions, especially when it comes to complex issues like, animal research.
Okay, so we've got escaped monkeys, we've got a powerful research company, an ethical minefield, and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
A lot of unanswered
Just
questions.
enough to make your head spin.
Yeah.
So what does this all mean for the listener? Why should they care about a bunch of missing monkeys in a small town they probably never heard of?
Because it's bigger than just the monkeys, right?
Right.
It's about recognizing that even something as seemingly random as a monkey escape can connect to these larger, more complex issues.
Yeah.
It's a reminder to just be curious, to dig deeper, to ask questions,
Yeah.
and to just be aware of the ripple effects of our actions.
Okay, so we're not just supposed to be entertained by this story, we're supposed to learn something from it too.
Well, learning can be entertaining.
Yeah.
And this particular story, with its mix of, adventure and mystery and ethical dilemmas, it offers a lot to think about.
Okay, fair enough. So after all this, what's the big takeaway? What's the one thing we want our listener to walk away with?
I think the most important takeaway is that there are always multiple sides to every story. Whether it's a monkey escape or a scientific breakthrough,
Uh-huh.
there are always different perspectives, different stakeholders, different consequences to consider.
So it's not about having all the answers, but more about being open to asking the right questions.
Exactly. And sometimes those questions lead to even more questions,
Ugh.
which is why I think this whole episode can be summed up with one final thought-provoking question for our listeners.
Oh, I like where this is going. Lay it on us.
If you could talk to one of those escaped monkeys, what would you ask it?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd probably ask if they have any good restaurant recommendations in Yemassee.
I was thinking more along the lines of, how does it feel to be free?
Mhm.
Or what do you think of humans?
Okay, yeah, you're right. Those are definitely deeper questions. But hey, maybe the monkey just wants to talk about the best place to find a good banana smoothie.
That's true. We can't presume to know what's going on in a monkey's mind, can we?
Nope.
Which is, I think, a perfect note to end on.
Yeah, it really makes you think how much we just kind of take for granted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even our own understanding of the world,
And how much we still have to learn.
Totally.
Not just about the world, but also our place in it.
Well said. Well said.
Thanks.
Man, this deep dive has been a wild ride.
It has been, yeah.
We've gone from a monkey jailbreak to a deep philosophical discussion about freedom and ethics and the pursuit of knowledge.
It's been a journey.
It has. It has.
Who knows? Maybe somewhere out there, those monkeys are having their own little philosophical debate.
Oh, for sure. About the nature of humanity, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're writing their own podcast episode.
That's a good one.
Monkey Business. The deep dive from the trees.
Now that's a podcast I'd subscribe to.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll have to, stick to our human perspective.
Yeah, sadly.
So big thanks to our expert for guiding us through this tangled jungle of a story.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine. It's always fun to explore these kind of unexpected corners of the world with you.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, if you're as curious about alphagenesis as we are, or primate research in general, or even if you just want to see some adorable monkey pictures, be sure to check out the show notes
Yes, definitely check out the show notes.
for links to all the sources we mentioned.
And don't forget to let us know what you would ask an escaped monkey.
Yeah, hit us up on social media.
We're always up for a good conversation.
Until next time, stay curious and keep on diving deep.
See ya!